Finally, ladies and gentlemen, all Indian news channels, including Republic, except national broadcaster Doordarshan, have been taken off air in Nepal. The Chinese hand in this is clear, because when ambassadors from China hold secret meetings with Oli's adversaries and negotiate on his behalf, some uncomfortable questions are bound to rise. Let's debate.
The Himalayan nation is facing one of its biggest political crises. The ruling Nepal Communist Party is staring at a split, and the constant meddling by China cannot be ignored. With Nepal unable to contain the possible implosion, the Oli government is now going after the Indian media. Indian news channels have been taken off air from across the Himalayan country. This comes after leaders from Nepal alleged malicious reports against their Prime Minister. But in the last few months, Chinese interference in Nepal's administrative and diplomatic decisions cannot be ignored. It started with Nepal objecting to India's Darchula to Lipu Lake road, followed by unilateral change in borders with the map controversy, alleging Indian interference in Nepal's political affairs, and now the Indian media ban. The Chinese imprint is clear. In fact, Chinese ambassador to Nepal even met KP Sharma Oli's rival Pushpa Kamal Dahal, playing mediator and trying to save the Prime Minister's chair. Prime Minister Oli is already facing revolt within the country for his excessive dependence on China and allowing the dragon to meddle a little too much in its internal affairs. Nepal now has to make a tough choice. Choose its all-weather friend India or play into the hands of Beijing. Let's debate.
Joined from Kathmandu by Nepal MP Sarita Giri. Sarita Giri was in the news this week because she lost her membership of parliament because she went against her party's line to support the changes, proposed so-called changes to the Nepal map. Sarita Giri, thank you for joining me. Saurabh Shukla and Smita Prakash are there with us. What is going on in Nepal? I mean, has China completely taken over? Because the Chinese ambassador, Hu Yanqi, has been sharing with people, and it's being now widely reported, that she has instructed the government officials in Nepal not to allow Indian private news channels to broadcast in Nepal. Is the Chinese takeover now complete, therefore?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, yes.
Yes. So, thank you for your question. I think we still have not reached the stage that we said that we conclude that the Chinese, control is complete in Nepali media or media sector. But yes, there are alarming signs, that something is happening to control the media also, because today, though there were some problems reportedly about the Prime Minister and the Chinese ambassador, there was some news in some Indian channel. And after that, in today's press conference, the government, this press reporter, he has informed the people that we have some problems, we have some grievances that are concerns, and we are finding ways to, correct it. And but in fact, no particular decision, no specific decision has been taken by the government in our knowledge so far. But yes, after that, the cable operators, yes, they have decided to, put a ban.
No, but the complaint.
That's what we are.
The complaint against Indian news channels was by the Chinese ambassador Hu Yanqi. Now, who is this Hu Yanqi? And how does she decide the media policy of a sovereign country? Saurabh, who is this Hu Yanqi? And she seems to be the most important person in Nepal today. What is her background? What does she do? And I've never heard of an ambassador wielding this clout.
She's a
Yes, she is the Chinese ambassador.
I'll tell you, Arnab.
Yeah, let's hear from Sarita. Sarita, who is she?
And the Nepalese.
Yes.
How does she have so much clout over Oli?
You go on. Yeah. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so because the government is allowing her, it's very simple. If the government is allowing her, welcoming her in the corridors of if the parties are welcoming her. So it is not only because she wants it. It's a kind of mutual, interaction and communication. That's how we perceive it here. And she is the ambassador.
No, but it is.
Obviously,
No, Sarita ji, I hope that my program goes out to my brothers and sisters in Nepal. And because I'm told that this channel will be taken off air at midnight. And I appeal to you, I am appealing today to the people of Nepal that please, you are a great country, you are a great civilization, you are a great culture, you've had a robust and diverse political history. The people of India have stood with you at every point of time. But today, if one person called Hu Yankee is more powerful than your president, and if she has decided, let me tell you, people of Nepal, please stand up and protest against this person who is holding your self-respect to ransom. I also want to tell you, people of Nepal, factual news coverage about a ruling NCP meeting to decide the future of Nepal's Prime Minister was postponed. And do you know why, people of Nepal? Because Hu Yankee, this mysterious woman who is the Chinese ambassador, went and met the senior NCP leader and former Prime Minister Madhav Kumar Nepal. Now, how can an ambassador, Saurabh, how can an ambassador of a foreign country interfere in the domestic politics of a sovereign country?
Arnab,
this is remarkable. I hope this goes out to my brothers and sisters in Nepal. Yes, Saurabh.
This is affront to the people of Nepal. Arnab, this is an affront to the people of Nepal who value their sovereignty and freedom. Hu Yankee has full access to Balu Water, the Prime Minister's office, and my sources tell me that she is violating all diplomatic protocols, ignoring all the norms that are there for an established ambassador when she deals with a foreign government. People of Nepal have to realize that this woman is running the remote control today in Nepal.
And she has also said,
because people of Nepal,
she has also said, she has also said, and she has ordered
ages-old friendship with Nepalese people.
She has told,
they are the sufferers in this.
And people of Nepal, you will not get the news after this. I really hope we come out to you. But I want to tell you, people of Nepal, that this woman, her control over your government should be a matter of concern for you. My heart goes out to the people of Nepal that the Chinese ambassador is ruling your country today. What a shame for a great culture and a great country like Nepal. You know, people of Nepal, your government, China, has told Oli that they will divert the flow of rivers in Nepal. They will divert the flow of rivers in Nepal. People of Nepal, I want to tell you, your rivers are your natural boundary. Don't let Chinese ambassador and China do that. But Smita, this is beyond, the people of Nepal are not stooges of the Chinese. There's something about the influence of this ambassador.
Yes. Arnab, it was Narayan Shrestha, the spokesperson of the ruling party, who decided on behalf of the party and the country to pull the Iron Curtain down on the media. But it's a matter of time before the people of Nepal realize that they are being shortchanged by the Prime Minister, that they are putting at risk decades of a unique social, cultural, political relationship that Nepal has had with India. Now, you know, pulling down the curtain, the iron curtain on media is something that is par for course in China. They've done that and they advise that even to Pakistan. Nepal will end up becoming a client state of China, like Pakistan has become a client state. Just remember that there is a history to this also. In Maldives, sometime back, Abdullah Yamin had done that. Before elections, he just put a curtain down and said no Indian media. The people of Maldives said, oh my God, this is what they're going to do. This is the Chinese way of doing political work out here. So they threw out Yamin. This is what is going to happen. The Nepali people, it's a matter of time. I mean, look at this region. Afghanistan is protecting its hard-won democracy. And Nepal is allowing its democracy
But
to be
who is
run
this
by
woman?
China or a Chinese ambassador. It's not going to happen. The people of Nepal, I have more faith in the people of Nepal.
I do too.
I think it's just a matter of time before they realize that this is not done. That
I do too.
Oli is leading them around the wrong path.
Yeah, I do too, and I know that a lot of Chinese-sponsored trolls in Nepal have been targeting Republic and targeting me because I asked some straight questions. I may ask straight questions, but I respect Nepal. I am telling you, people of Nepal, stand up and raise your voice against China's meddling in the basic tenets of your constitution. And it is unfortunate today, Saurabh, Hong Kong, there is the great wall has been built by the Chinese of the media. The people of Hong Kong will no longer be free. But Nepal is not a client state. Does this ambassador know the history of Nepal?
Absolutely. Arnab, Nepal.
Does she know the independent history? This is against everything,
Nepalese
Saurabh,
people, I
everything
bow
that the
to
Constituent Assembly
winner.
in Nepal fought for,
Absolutely.
worked for.
May I say
I-
something here?
Yes, Miss Giri wants to say something. Yes, Sarita ji.
Arnab,
Sarita ji, please.
Yes,
Sarita ji,
Nepalese
please.
people
Please,
are
Sarita ji.
known for
Yes,
their
listen.
valor and
Of
courage.
course, of
I
course,
bow down to the
we
Gurkhas
also
who
share-
serve the Indian army
We
and across
share
the
your
globe.
concern.
Sarita ji.
She's trying to turn this into a banana
Why
republic.
can't you stop? Yes, please. You see, Miss Sarita Giri, I'll tell you one
Yeah.
thing. And last thing
Listen,
I'll say, I'll hand over to you.
Things are changing and things are changing. It's worrisome for us also. Earlier, we had a system according to which was in practice also, that any ambassador, if going to visit any member of the authority, any person in the authority, then that member or the member of the diplomatic community must take permission from the ambassador. But now things are changing. I think the present Chinese ambassador she is free to decide about whom to meet and when to meet. It's not only that she is meeting with people in power, she's also meeting the leaders of the different political parties. Like if any political party has to decide something before that, we are hearing that she reaches there, or if it is difficult for her to appear in body, then there is video call,
My God.
This is problematic, but let me tell you that Nepal has culture of very vibrant democracy. People are concerned. If you go through the social media now, people are expressing their concerns. No, things are, getting alarming. And they are expressing, their resentment, their protest, voice of protest.
I think...
And it has just begun today. I think today only, the government has said something. The spokesperson of the government has said something. And then the cables have, but cables have decided to,
I'll say one thing today that you can, I know, I want to tell this. We have so much supporters and we have got so much love from the people of Nepal as well. And I want to tell the people of Nepal, remember, they are treating you, the Chinese are treating you like they treated Tibet. Lobsang Sangay said this, that once they built the road, the Chinese brought in the trucks, then they brought the tanks, then they brought the guns, and soon they occupied Tibet. People of Nepal, do not let the Chinese treat you like they treated Tibet. I hope my voice goes out to you. I'll see you tomorrow at 9, ladies and gentlemen. Good night and goodbye.